Hey everybody, I want to talk a little bit about the video I posted last on Instagram, the video of Ellen DeGeneres talking about being kind to people even if you have a difference of opinion. And just what a mess that's been all day. When I posted the video this morning, I really didn't realize that there had been maybe some drama about it already. And I started seeing that more and more as the day went on. I posted it early, I think it was 8:30 or something, and then all day I've been seeing people talking about this video. I've seen the video reposted from her account. And so I got kind of curious what was actually going on, because I shared it because I thought the message was positive. And it is a positive message. But I kind of didn't really understand that there was a lot of background to it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure I would imagine most of you probably have by now. But she's pretty much just saying that, it's okay to be friends with people you have a difference of opinions with. And as I saw more and more about it, like I said, I started to figure out that there was more to the story. And so I ended up looking at her Twitter because I was seeing that apparently she shared this message because she had been pretty severely accosted on Twitter. So the situation was, people saw her and George Bush together at a Cowboys game. And a lot of people decided it was their job to go on her Twitter and attack her. I guess for not attacking him. I guess. Most of the messages are pretty much just hateful and incoherent, which, that's kind of what happens when you get hateful. It's a lot of just vitriol, really. It's a lot of people you can tell are pretty angry. And I would venture to guess that there are probably not a lot of people that have supported her in the past. I don't think these people have probably cheered for her success, but it's the type of person that enters the conversation when they only have something negative to say. So, it's really unfortunate that that happened. But there's more to it than that. I was thinking about the situation all day because I've been hearing about it a lot. And I was thinking about how silly the premise of it is. If you really think about it, what's happening is people are mad because she sat with somebody they didn't like at a football game and now they're not going to be friends with her. Where do you usually hear something like that? You sat with somebody at the football game I don't like, and now you and me aren't friends, and I'm going to say mean things about you. It's pretty juvenile. Pretty pitiful that that's an argument to stand on now and that people feel justified in saying something like that. Adults saying this to another adult, that she's not allowed to sit next to somebody they don't like in a place they were not. They don't know her personally, they don't know him personally, and were not at all affected by the situation, but they feel it's their duty to share their opinion in a hateful way about this to an individual that is totally allowed to make her own decisions. That's pretty arrogant to think that anybody should really care what you think about their friendships or not. So that's one place, one kind of thing to think about. Why do people feel the need to kind of interject that opinion or tell an adult who or who they cannot hang out with because they don't like that person? Pretty crazy. So there was all that. Like I said, I learned that after I posted the video. And then I have, like most of you probably have today, seen this video reposted over and over and over. The one of her, having something positive to say. It's talking about, we can have friends and be compassionate with people we have differing opinions with. Well, because I saw it so much, I did see some comments on the video, which was so crazy because her whole video is talking about, we can be friends with people and have a differing opinion. And, we can be compassionate to people if we don't agree on everything. And then the comments on the video, I saw these, for example. I wish she would tell more of her liberal friends in Hollywood to be the same way. Okay. I wish she would tell Republicans this, or I wish she would tell conservatives or the right this, or that they would listen to it, or I wish this person would listen. Y'all, if you can watch that video and then walk away and say, yeah, well, you know what? That applies to an entire group of people, and they're the ones that don't get it. I get it, but they don't get it. She needs to tell these people that. You need to watch it again. It's only 60 seconds long. Keep watching it until you get it. If you can take that message that we can be compassionate and kind and be friends with people we disagree with, and then you turn around and want to charge an entire group of people with being wrong and not getting it, you miss the message. Now, I say, it was Democrats and Republicans and left and right because that's so where we are now. That's such a shame. But it's almost as shocking to me that her video has made such a splash because she's talking about being friends you disagree with. The fact that that's controversial is very concerning to me. But that's a bigger deal than the way people treated her. Give that some thought. The fact that she's saying to be nice to people that aren't like you is controversial and has made the news is very indicative of where we are now as a culture. I think we should all give that a little thought. That's super concerning. And so, as I do with these things, I've said it before in the videos, when I come across topics like this, I give it some thought and I look around and go, what is it? How does this happen? And it's funny in the course of doing some research, because like I said, I went back and looked at her stuff people had tweeted to her. And in the course of doing this, I get a message on my phone, and I have it right here. I'm just going to pull up this headline. Why are rich people so mean? That is the headline on my phone. It's news. Well, we don't have to go very far to figure out why people are so divided. Because they are being constantly told from all sides that they need to hate the other. Now, whether the other is Democrats, or the other is Republicans, or the other is Christians, or the other is Jews, or the other is Muslims, or the other is rich people, the other is poor people, the other is black or white, or whatever it is, all the time are being told, you're different, and those other people don't like you. So it's really not hard when you give it some thought to figure out how we've gotten to this place. We're as divided as we've ever been on a lot of topics. The fact that you could sit next to someone at a football game, didn't go with them there, take your wife and end up sitting next to someone, and someone gets a picture of that, and all of a sudden it's a news story because you didn't verbally attack them, or maybe some people wanted her to physically attack him, I don't know. But the fact that she behaved like a civil human being pissed people off. Y'all, we got some work to do. If that's where we're at, and if that video can come out and the first thing people think is, well, that only applies to other people, that doesn't apply to me. This entire group of people, they've all got it wrong, I got it right. How are we going to improve? How are we going to get better if that's what the mentality is? Look, if you haven't seen the video, look at my last post on Instagram, take a look at it, and I would encourage you to take that message to heart. I made a video on my YouTube, the one before this, about finding common ground. We have got to work on that. I mean, the fact that we could find one thing different about somebody and condemn an entire group of people for it, and then feel vindicated in that for somehow. I mean, it's not even just this. It's not that she just sat next to him. When I say I think some people probably wanted her to physically hurt him, it's because some of the tweets on her Twitter said that. And we see it in the news now, where news anchors, people who are supposedly professionals, are on TV talking about physically attacking children because they disagree. Very concerning. We've all got to do better. And I say we. I'm not saying y'all or whoever or this group or that group, because we're all in this together. Like I've said on a lot of my videos before, we're all in this together. So if what we keep doing is pointing people out and saying, they're wrong and I'm right, great. Where have you gotten? Has it helped? Because a lot of people have been doing that for a long time, and here we are. Like I said, y'all, we got to do better. So give it some thought, watch that video, and really, I would encourage you, like I did in my last video, if this is where you're at mentally, if you think it's not okay to be friends with somebody because you have a different opinion, I would seek somebody out who has that differing opinion and suspend that prejudice for just 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Find some common ground, talk to each other. They're not all that bad. And the stuff that you're being told all the time, why are rich people so mean? I mean, just that headline right there already presupposes that that's true. It's not, are rich people mean? It's, why are they so mean? Like I said, I just mentioned this one because it's what came up today while I was researching all the people that were being hateful to somebody for being nice to somebody else. That kind of message is all the time. Open up any of your news apps on your phone. Watch the news on TV for 10 minutes. I don't care which station it is, because people like to get into that one too. Oh, well, my news channel is good, but this one, oh, this is all crap. Watch any of them and see how quick you find that news channels want to pit people against each other. That's what we're seeing all the time, and unfortunately a lot of people are buying what they're selling. Got to do better. So yeah, I mean, I know I'm rambling at this point. It's something I'm passionate about, and I don't do a lot of things I'm not passionate about. So I don't know, give it some thought, but like I said, maybe seek somebody out who is different than you and shut that other noise out for a minute. Don't believe everything you've heard about how, there's a reason that we should be divided, or you should hate this group, or they hate you. That's a popular one. It's not that you hate them, they hate you. We got to get past it, because I think today is a great example, that video of and her experience. Someone who has, Ellen DeGeneres, someone who has helped a lot of people, who is philanthropic, who seems to be a generally happy person and wants to spread positivity, and people would hate her for being kind to somebody else, and not even being kind, for not being unkind, and then try to use her message of being kind to people different than you as a weapon. It's concerning. There you go. Got some homework. If you're in that boat, where you believe that this divisiveness is founded, maybe suspend that belief for a little bit and try something a little different. Hopefully we can all get to a better place together. But, we got to start clouding out that message of being divided all the time. The world's not such a nasty place if you go out there and actually experience it. But if you listen to what people tell you, it sounds pretty horrible. So, let's try to do the right thing. Let's try to be positive, and let's try to find the good in people, and try to maybe make that a habit of consciously trying to make friends with people that we have differing opinions with. It's up to you to go out and do it. So, as always, do the right thing. Thanks for watching.